Aare Dele Momodu, our chief host, Aare Momodu, all friends of Aare Dele Momodu here present, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Well, ordinarily, when you give a citation, you are supposed to ask the celebrant to stand. But Aare Dele Momodu is my big brother.
No, it's fine.
No, I can't ask him to stand. I can give you a command. Okay. Well, thank you very much. Well, I was told I'll do this only a few minutes after I arrived. And because I'm very shy, always very shy, I will try to be very brief. Main celebrant, Aare, as I said, Aare Dele. For those who are not Yorubas, Aare Dele means joy followed me home. Oju Telegno, in other words, those who spite me have been put to shame. Ajani is a local cognomen, Momodu. He was born 16th May 1960, which means that he's on the other side of the age of 61 in Ile-Ife, where he grew up. His father died very early when he was still a very young man, and he was brought up by his mom, who was devoted to making sure that he succeeded in life. There were three of them, and all three, one became a professor, as Professor Akali. He had a sister, also Debbie Akali, and he was the Momodu, whose father came from Edo State, and for whom Ile-Ife became born. There's this phrase in the Bible, Proverbs 22, verse 29. It says, "Seest thou a man who is diligent in his works? He shall stand before kings and not before mean men." And despite his humble beginnings, we have in Aare Dele Momodu, a man who through the dint of hard work, commitment, sheer brilliance, has been able to pull himself up from his humble beginnings to the level where he could stand today before kings, and it will be celebrated not just in Nigeria but across continents. He graduated from the University of Ife, as he then was, in 1982 with a degree in Yoruba. Many people are surprised that he studied Yoruba, but he would later return in 1988 to obtain a master's in literature in English. And you can understand, therefore, why he's a man of words, why he's so gifted. And with all of that, he's an author, he's an entrepreneur, he's a chief executive officer, he's one of the most formidable figures in the media industry, not just in Nigeria or West Africa, but in the world. Now, he started his career as a journalist quite early. First, he taught at the Oyo State School of Arts and Science, which they called Oscars. Okay. He taught at Oscars, so when you see many students saying he was their lecturer, don't be surprised. He started as a teacher. He would later also serve as a private secretary to Chief Akin, who was at the time the deputy governor of Ondo State. And all that crisis in Ondo State in around 1983, he was right there as a witness to history. He later left Ondo State and worked as a manager of Motel Royal, which was a hotel that was owned by the late Oni of Ife, Olubushe II. It was after he left the Motel Royal that he returned to school to seek more knowledge and obtain that master's in literature in English. I first got to notice him when he was a student at the University of Ife. When he and Kunle Ajibade wrote an article criticizing Mr. Rieku at the time, was one of the leading journalists in the Commonwealth. Rieku had written an article in which he took a quote from Thomas Paine and Dele Momodu and Kunle Ajibade spotted that there could have been a case of plagiarism. This was just a few weeks after Mr. Rieku had won the Commonwealth Prize in journalism. And these two young students of the University of Ife called him out. Well, that is part of the history of journalism in Nigeria today. Well, of course, naturally, after his master's in literature in English, he came into journalism. He was first employed at the African Concord, owned by Basharon M.K.O. Abiola. From African Concord, he was deployed to the Weekend Concord, where he wrote the first cover-based story of Weekend Concord. And then, of course, he rose, working with Jimba Igwe and Michael Williams. He rose to become news editor, literary editor of that paper. But he would later leave Weekend Concord to go and join Classic magazine that was established by Ellen Ezekiel, and he was made editor. At the time, he was one of the first editors in this town to write an official car. That his car was like something from outer space for people like us. You don't want to know the model, you will laugh. But it was a big car, you know, and all of us thought, whoa, this editor had arrived. And in fact, to surprise you, he was at that time the highest paid editor in Nigerian journalism. Don't ask anybody about us. Okay, Mrs. Momodu says it was 40,000 naira, but he was the highest paid editor, and it was a big deal. And we used to go around with him in that car, staring at that car, and wondering when people like us would ever get to a point where we also ride a brand new car. But of course, later he left Classic under rather controversial circumstances, and he started selling bread, Wonder Loaf bread. That's M.K. Abiola's bakery. And he also set up a PR company, Goodwill Limited, and he started managing some accounts, including Michael Williams. And it was during this period that he first made his big money. But eventually, he got involved in Nigeria's struggle, the struggle for democracy in Nigeria. This was between 1993 going forward. And he got so involved, got so close to Basharon Abiola, who was the winner of the disputed 1993 presidential election, June 12th. At the end of the day, in 1995, Aare Dele Momodu was arrested and detained by the Abacha junta, and he was charged for treason. But somehow, he managed to escape. He was accused of being involved in Radio Kudulan, and he was indeed involved in Radio Kudulan. He had one name like that, I don't remember. Okay, Samuel. But somehow the security agencies got to know. But he ran away. He took the Nadeko route, disguised as a farmer. And that was how he found himself in the United Kingdom. And then, Providence had its way. He set up the Ovation magazine. From the Ovation magazine became the first bilingual magazine in Africa, published in French and English. And he used that platform to mobilize a lot of talented writers. And Ovation magazine is still out there. And its motto for that is loud for a purpose. And of course, it's become a very big brand, including Ovation Carol and other programs associated with Ovation. Well, of course, he will later return to Nigeria to play a more dominant role. He's an author. He's a biographer, he's an entrepreneur. I mean, you can give him just about any title. And he's also a traditional chief. I don't know how he does it, because he has chieftaincy titles from everywhere, from Dogari, from Kilaron, from Liberia, from Ghana, from the eastern part of Nigeria, and the most recent one is the title of the Aare of Iwoland, and his wife as the Aare of Iwoland. He's basically an intellectual. He's basically an intellectual. For being a reporter, news editor, literary editor, he's also a columnist. His column, Pendulum, has been out there in the public domain for more than 30 years. And he continues to write it dutifully every week on the back page of this day newspaper. Only 3 columns are permanent in this day. His column, mine, and Shegwade's column. And these are the only 3 columns that nobody replaces, except if we choose not to write. Not so public. Anyway. He's also the publisher of the Boss newspaper. He's also a fellow of the Nigerian Institute of International Affairs. Maybe many people do not know that part of him. He's also an honorary holder of the PhD honoris causa from the University of Professional Studies, Accra. He got that in 2016. So standing before you, ladies and gentlemen, is a man who straddles many fields. The traditional, the educational, the intellectual, and who stands tall as an icon in the field of journalism in Nigeria. I consider myself lucky, privileged to be associated with him. I've been with him since he was living in Aare Dele Momodu. I believe my house in Ojodu Estate to go and have breakfast with him in Aare Dele Momodu. And they had this very rich library. So we'll be going from one book to the other, you know, I will be discussing. You know, journalists don't go to work early. I didn't need to go to the office at 8 a.m. I will stay home and then leave, go to his house first, have breakfast, come back to my own house, and then leave. In between, I'm sure I've told this story before. My car got stolen, and he was the one that mobilized to get me my second car. That is fine. We thank you very much for me, for your life. And I want to thank all of you for coming, and all the friends from Aare Momodu and others who have put this together. This is a man most deserving of honor. I've been watching him lately. He contact from his old party to the People's Democratic Party. And I see many APC members there. I hope you guys will get charged for anti-party activities for celebrating the PDP man. But Bobby is a friend of everybody. Sashino Peters, their brother, sitting in front of me. We used to follow Sashino Peters everywhere, from one party to the other. Madam is saying, anyway, Madam, nobody. Bobby was one of the nice ones. He didn't get leave at all. So, Bobby, congratulations, and thank you, everyone, for coming.
Ladies and gentlemen, for that fantastic citation, can we give it up once again for Dr. Ruben Abasi? This is what when we're in school, we call Laiwu. We just give them pass, boost.
Doctor.